Hello everyone, and today I would like to show you another very beautiful and a very interactive chess game of Paul Morphy against John William Schulten. And this game was played in New York in 1857. And this time Paul Morphy is playing with the white pieces, and Paul Morphy starts the game with playing e4, e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, bishop to c4, Italian opening. The classic opening by Paul Morphy. Bishop to c5, b4, another classic opening. Evans Gambit by Paul Morphy, bishop takes on b4, c3, bishop to c5 and Paul Morphy castled. d6, d4, e takes on d4, c takes on d4, bishop to b6, d5, attacking the knight, knight from c to e7, e5, bishop to g4, pinning the knight, h3, bishop to h5, g4, pushing the g-pawn, an aggressive move by Paul Morphy, bishop to g6, rook to e1, h5, knight to c3, h takes on g4, h takes on g4, queen to d7, attacking the g-pawn. And how to defend? Well, Paul Morphy played the best move. He played e6, f takes on e6, d takes on e6, attacking the queen. And also, of course, defending on g4. So black has to move the queen, and Schulten played queen to d8, knight to g5, rook to h4, knight to f7, attacking the queen, queen to b8, bishop to g5, attacking the rook, rook to h3, rook to c1, knight to f6, and Paul Morphy played king to g2, attacking the rook, rook to h7, saving the rook, queen to f3, d5, bishop takes knight, g takes on f6, knight takes, queen takes on d5. And in this position, Schulten thought very hard and deeply, and he made his calculations, and then he played rook to h2, that's check, sacrificing the rook. So Paul Morphy also made his calculations, and he captures the rook, king takes on h2. But then Schulten played c6, that's check, that's a discover attack to the king. That's check with the queen. So how to defend? Paul Morphy simply played knight to d6, defending with the knight. And of course, black in this position can't capture the queen with the pawn, because that's check. After c6, defending with the queen is not better at all, because we have bishop to c7, winning the queen. So Paul Morphy played the best move once again, and he played knight to d6, check, king to e7, queen to d2, bishop to c7, rook from c to d1, bishop takes knight, check, king to g2, b5, bishop to b3, queen to c7, queen to h6, rook to g8, rook to e2, queen to b8, rook from e to d2, doubling the rooks and attacking the bishop, bishop to e4, check, f3. And in this position, Schulten played rook takes on g4, check. Well, this was also a very desperate position for John William Schulten. Paul Morphy is attacking everything, attacking the bishop, also attacking the bishop on d6. So that's why Schulten played rook takes on g4, but then king to f1, and forking the bishop and the rook. So we have queen to g8, f takes on g4, queen takes on g4. Paul Morphy played the last move of the game, and after that move, Schulten resigned. Paul Morphy captures the bishop with the rook, rook takes on d6, and Schulten resigned. Well, materially, Paul Morphy is crushing John William Schulten, because Paul Morphy has 2 extra rooks. And this is all over for John William Schulten. And if queen to f3, check, of course white can't play king to g1, because we have queen to g2, that's checkmate. So king to e1, queen to g3, king to d2. And if king takes on d6, then queen takes on f6, king to c7, queen to d4, queen to f4, king to c3, queen to f3, king to b2, and white king is looking very safe. And white has a rook, and also white has a very dangerously passed pawn. So this position is also losing for black. And if you're curious about if queen takes on d6, then this is even worse. So we have king to e2 attacking the queen, and there is no checks for black. So if saving the queen, let's say queen to b4, then black is getting checkmated. Queen to g7, king to e8, queen to f7, checkmate. So maybe bishop to d5, queen to h7, king takes on e6, rook to d3, threatening to play rook to e3, and how to defend. So queen to e5, rook to e3, bishop takes on b3, a takes on b3, a random move, rook takes queen. And this is over for black once again. So that's why after rook takes on d6, Schulten resigned. And I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. And I hope to see you next time. Take care.